these characters, because it's very spiritual what we do as actors. You're on the set, you have your chakras all open, you're allowing this character to use your body as a vessel. And so you have to learn how to flip the switch on and flip it off. Otherwise, it could drive you mad. Because it's spiritual what we do. You understand? Yeah. We allow these characters and these stories to use our bodies as a vessel. That is a real, like if you think about it, that's you allowing this other energy.
Project. I let the character speak to me. What we do as actors is very spiritual. You're on set, and that's why I don't pick a lot of roles, because it's spiritual, and I'm all alive and I'm open and my chakras are open, and I'm letting this character use my body as a vessel to tell its truth. And so when I'm open like that, a lot of energies can't be around me. I'm sorry, because energy is strong, y'all, and you gotta be particular about who you keep around you. Like seriously, if they down and they cloudy and they downtrodden, and if they got a cloud around you hanging around, you think you're not gonna get wet? You gotta be very careful. So I'm very particular about the projects that I take on, because that's spirit.
So the other day I did a video where I was saying that these pastors and in Christianity, if you don't start talking about energy and chakras and things of that nature, you're going to start losing more and more of your audience. Now, when you have someone who's as famous as Taraji start speaking about chakras, and she has identified herself as a Christian on so many other videos where she talks about that if you're not a Christian and you don't open your heart to truly loving your enemies, open your heart to loving everybody and not putting conditions on the love that you have for people, she has expressed herself to be very much Christian. And when you have people who are famous and they're influencers are telling other Christians about opening your chakras, this is the way that your Christianity is moving towards. As I've said many times before, it is not the religion that changes the culture, but the culture that changes religion. Now, of course, there are many videos out there by Christians who are saying the exact opposite. Even in that video, you can tell they identify her speaking as something demonic, as something negative. And there are many others who promote Christianity. In their videos, they're saying how actors and people like Taraji are allowing demon spirits or ancestral spirits to take over them, and that Christians shouldn't listen to these people. But let's be real. The overwhelming majority of people who are Christians are not going to follow that mindset, especially those who are millennials and they're still claiming to be Christian. They're going to look at somebody like Taraji. They already have found that talking about chakras is a commonplace thing because they are participating in different meditations and things of that nature in order to open their chakras. They're not going to be receptive to the Christians who are claiming that this is demonic. They're going to be receptive to Christians who are utilizing these concepts in order for them to become a better Christian, so to speak. But the truth of it is this. Taraji, even though she's kind of splitting the fence here, recognizes that in opening your chakras and playing these characters, these roles, it does have an effect on you, because every experience that you have has an effect on you. But if you understood chakras in detail, you would realize that it is not something that is religiously based. It is something that is spiritually based, but not based on any given type of religion. How can you say it's demonic when in order to open your chakras, you have to get rid of fear? You have to get rid of guilt. You have to get rid of shame. You have to learn how to love. You have to know who you are and speak truth to who you are. You have to recognize how all things are connected, and you have to release all your earthly attachments. Does that not sound like things that you, as Christians, actually believe in? The difference is you believe that the only way you can do these things is through your worship of Jesus, whereas the Hindu believe they can do these things through their worship of Brahma, and other religions believe the same thing, but it is through their deity that you obtain this. The difference between people who actually understand how chakras work people who are hermetic alchemists like myself is that we recognize that these are things that you do in relation to yourself and opening up yourself to become a greater version of yourself, to have clearer understanding of the universe and how it works. It has absolutely nothing to do with some outside entity, outside force. She's merely speaking of being a method actor. And being a method actor or actress, that is when you fully engulf yourself in the role that you literally become the persona of the person that you're imitating, so that you can get it across to the audience. And some of those characters are good, some of those characters are bad. But more importantly, she's also talking about the people that she surrounds herself with. You cannot surround yourself with 10 broke people and expect to maintain your wealth. You will become number 11. You cannot surround yourself with 10 negative people. You will become the 11th negative person. That is the natural thing of energy, and how energy transmutation and works, and energy transference work, and how energy vampires also work. This is not something that's voodoo magic. This is not something that is based on any religion. This is just a truth of how the universe works. If you look at your closest 10 people around you, you will see that you have become a portion of those 10 people, and they have affected who you are to this day. So when she's talking about being around these people, she is not talking about some negative demonic thing. She's just merely saying, be mindful of the people you surround yourself with, because you will become like those people. That's just science of human behavior, of sociology. It's just how it works. If you look at where you live now, you are an amalgamation of not only the people you're around, the culture you're around, the nation that you're around. Your political beliefs and thoughts are based on your surroundings and what you've been taught. Has nothing to do with any religion or any deity, but the sociology to which you have been indoctrinated into. It is simply that. And some will say that, well, she's allowing for ancestors to come in. If you're claiming Jesus embodied you, or the Holy Spirit, you're really just doing the same thing as ancestry worship. You're saying that the old spirits of Moses and Paul and the apostles and Jesus and all of these other personalities are abiding inside of you, and because you allow them to abide in you, it changes your nature of who you are. Is that not the same as your Holy Spirit that you claim? But guess what? Every religion claims to have some spirit that makes them closer to their deity. There is no difference. It is not demonic. The only thing that is demonic is the negative part of you, and that's it. So y'all have a great day. And remember always, you have to free yourself to be yourself, because your greatness is non-negotiable. Good journey, good vibration.